They they gave me Oxy.
Oh boy, shoot! They were like, "He's from the Midwest."
I
He can
feel
handle
that.
this.
I feel like that is a true statement because like they were like, okay, so here's the ibuprofen 600, which I expected. I was like, yes, that's what I thank you. Give me those, like,
Yeah, it's
take care of the
cleaning.
swelling. And they're like, oh, and we'll give you this little muscle relaxer too, to
Mm.
help you sleep. And I was like, delightful. I was like, I love my muscles to be relaxed. And then they're like, oh, and here's some oxycodone. And I was like, for what? I wasn't
But
I wasn't hit by a car. Like, why are you giving me opiates because I banged up my shoulder? Opiates? Like, you want me to become blocked up. You want me to no longer be able to poop because I got my shoulder banged up? Oh, no, no, no. I won't be taking those opiates. I will not.
well, they probably. I
I have
mean,
some if
who
you
you
want
don't know.
them.
You were in shock. You might have shat yourself, and they were like, "We got to back him up."
Wow. At 7:24 in the morning,
This
I'm
six
shitting
foot
myself in your
three,
scenario.
this six
In
foot
your
three tall
scenario,
drag queen just came in here covered in his own shit after falling into a pothole, and he's from the Midwest, and we want him to leave, so we're gonna give him some oxycodone. You know,
now,
look,
now
JD Dance is gonna be in the White House, and everyone knows when you have a hillbilly in the White House that the masses need their opiates.
I
And
just
they got
love
opiates.
I just love how now not only am I possibly deformed for the rest
You
of my
shat
life,
yourself.
I am now covered in shit in this scenario. This is great.
You
And
like
you
to
say
make up a
I'm
lot of
getting hot.
scenarios about me. Okay?
Made up.
Yeah, you're full of delusions.
Your scenarios pretty much come to life.
And because of this oxycodone, you're full of shit.
So you want to snort some oxys when I'm better?
I don't want to snort it. I'll just pop it. Thanks. No, I don't like that. I don't like pills.
I'm
Pills
not
are
an
not for me.
opiate person.
I'm not an opiate person.
I mean, I'm sure you don't want to negate the effects of your 4 or 5 Adderall you take a day.
I have been taking a lot less. Are we live?
Oh, we are live.
I'm
That's
weaning
right.
myself off.
You're
I'm
weaning
weaning.
yourself off.
I'm weaning. Hashtag
like,
weaning.
Is this like weaning yourself off of poppers and vapes? Like how
I'm weaning the poo.
when do
Speaking of poo, Tony Soto, everybody, he can't because he's on oxy.
I'm full
He's
of
an
shit.
oxy head. He's an oxy head up top, and he's full of shit in the bottom. Give it up for Tony Soto, everybody.
You know, I love a good drug moment, Casey Lyon. You know, I've made no
Everyone
qualms
knows
about
that.
it. But I'm going to tell you, when it gets to the abusing things, I know that drugs do, in fact, make you ugly. And I am apprehensive about being ugly. When they told me that I could be possibly permanently deformed because of this fucking collarbone, I had a real moment. I was like, wait, I kind of have a beautiful collarbone. And now I don't. Oh, shit.
Collarbone buyer name.
Shut up. I'll be right back. Think of an opener.
Oh, you're not ready? I have an opener. I've had an opener for minutes.
Not for minutes. Oh, I haven't put on pants yet today.
Wow. Is that because you're concerned about shitting yourself because of your? Do you want me to stop talking about this? You brought it up. I was ready to talk about you just having an opiate addiction, and you made it about your constipation. Can you hear me?
Ow. Ow. As a man in my 40s, I pride myself on good BMs. All right. So I am not constipated due to opiates. And your lies, your incessant lies about my regularity is a little tough for 7:27 in the morning.
Come on, guys. Tony Soto is hanging out at home more than usual these days because he has a dislocated shoulder. And if you want to hang out, slide into his BMs and y'all can have a real good time. Hey, bring the diaper party to your house. You know what I mean, Penny?
Wow. It's diaper active over here, baby.
Right. Diaper active East.
Oh my God. Will you please? Oh, wait, hold on. I got to set a timer.
I'm ready to do the goddamn show.
I forgot I do everything. Excuse me. Oh, that sounded gross. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I wrote the list on a little note card here, Casey Lai.
I haven't even on the list. You didn't even tell me the list. Tell me the list.
Oh,
Jesus.
I guess you're right. I didn't even take the list. Biden out, Harris in, Trump not shot, Mila Kowski in Congress, seat fillers in Congress, too many standing ovations, and Vance out? Question mark.
Vance out? What is Vance out? Question mark. Meaning
apparently Republicans are not pleased with JD Vance as the choice. He was supposed to bridge the gap between, because Trump doesn't want to go all in on abortion. He doesn't want to at this moment anyway. And the right hates that. Like evangelicals want vaginas to have a padlock until a certain age. So they thought that JD Vance would bridge the gap because he's an ignorant hillbilly from Ohio. So that's basically evangelical. Yeah. And it's just not resonating.
Well, he also has an Indian wife, ergo a black person as well.
Well, that is literally the reason.
And so that's a big problem. Also, he's not funny. He's not exciting. Let's talk about it. Save it for the
podcast. Yeah. Okay. Well, are you ready?
Good morning. I haven't done that yet in the morning. I usually have to have one giant get it out.
You do?
You don't? For someone who smokes so much weed?
First and foremost,
you smoke a lot of weed. You're sick. You're sick.
I do an extract. I take an extract daily that helps alleviate any kind of congestion in your lungs. If you smoke regularly, you should do it.
Well, you know what? You're someone clearly who takes. You're a drug addict. You're addicted to drugs. You have it ever since you dislocated your shoulder.
You're right. I have already taken
overprescribed. You've been overprescribed, and so you've taken too many things.
Let's see all the things I've taken already today, Casey. Just so we can go over the list of all the things that I've already taken today.
Jesus Christ.
I've taken my moringa leaf. Yeah, that's right. It's a superfood.
I'm pretty sure moringa is a casino near Palm Springs.
I've done my Moline extract for my incessant smoking cigarettes. And I took my organ blend supplements so I get a good dose of multiple vitamins. Yeah, I'm a drug addict.
Are you trying to get subscriptions? Are you trying to get out? Are you trying to get paid subscriptions? Because we're on, we're live. You talk about the benefits of it. Don't just say the name. Talk about the benefits. This really
gets rid of belly fat. It really does help. It really does help get rid of belly fat. Moringa is like literally, it's going to get you going during your day. It's better than coffee. And this is kind of disgusting and has chlorophyll in it, but it does loosen up any kind of congestion you have in your lungs.
Got it. And yet still constipated. All right, everybody, come on. Let's have this show. Let's get at it. Come on, baby.
I've already pooped today. I scrolled through at least, 4 or 5 fucking TikToks during that poop. And they're like, 5 to 10 minutes now.
Oh, is that how you know about the new crisis in the Congo? It's not new, but I'm sure there's a new hot take because of your long shit. I'm ready.
Well, go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only podcast that's gay on the internet that is just like everyone else in the world, because we did not just fall out of a coconut tree, okay? We exist in the context of all in which we live and what came before us. We're little coconuts. Number 1, Casey Lai, and 2.
Hello, I'm Tony Soto. Yeah, that's a lot of voice in the morning. That's a lot of. We are now, listen, listeners, we want to thank you all first before we even start this show because we know that since the beginning of June, we have been sporadic. Our days have not been the same. And yes,
No.
we are recording at 7:33 a.m. on a Wednesday
Mm.
because it's the only thing that our schedules would allot. Now,
Well,
are we close to getting this fixed yet? I don't know because I have a couple of Sunday things coming up. So we're working on it, but we are here for you. And listen, we weren't chomping at the bit. We almost did pod on Sunday, but I have recently dislocated my collarbone. I have what they call an AC separation from falling off of a electronic scooter on Hollywood Boulevard. And so Sunday, I took the muscle relaxers. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Took them. I took them. I also did drag the day after on
Yeah.
Sunday. So that was
Usually
a
he
thing.
takes them on Saturdays, just in general in his normal life, but now he needed them for real, so he took it on Sunday, completely ruining my day.
Yeah.
No, Tony, I'm happy that you're well.
Thank you. I'm the
Your
only
arm is
person
well.
I know that would spend 8 hours in an emergency room on Saturday and still wake up and get in full drag and to host a brunch on Sunday. I should not have. I should not. I don't
No.
wear that with pride. I do. I just wear that as poor. You know what I mean? But I'm
I don't
sorry, and
say
then
it,
we can move
but
on. But I do want
no,
to
I'm
give
happy
a
to talk about your
special.
infirmity.
I want to give a special shout out to my dearest friend, Shea Coulee, because truthfully, she came over on Sunday after doing DragCon weekend, after doing her Love Ball on Friday, which I could not attend because I had another gig. Um, but she had her own fucking busy ass weekend and she still came over on Sunday and she got me fucking dressed and she put on my fucking hair and we went to the gig together and she just helped me and it just goes I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. Sorry.
Oh,
It just really does show you she's a down bitch and I love her. So thank you, Shay, because I would not have been able to make it to that brunch had it not been for her. So thank you. All right.
well, she knew
That's
you
enough of
needed
that.
she knew you needed the money too, and she didn't want to give it to you. So she was like, "You got to work for it, bitch. You got to work for it."
I mean, that's
Uh,
the because I thanked her. I thanked her via text, and she was like, "Listen, I'm just practicing for what I know I have to take care of you when you're old." So
yeah,
it's
Shay and I talk about
like,
that a lot, actually.
yeah, well, she has money. What are you helping?
I'm
What?
helping. I'm moral support.
Oh, there
And
you go.
someone's got to keep you on your toes and make sure that when you turn into a bit of Joe Biden-y kind of looking off in the distance, someone's got to be like, "Hey, bitch, look over here," and that's going to be me.
Speaking
Close
of
your
Joe
mouth. Close your
Biden,
mouth, bitch. Close your mouth.
speaking of Joe, first of all, you're going to be sitting there like a vegetable, dude, because your frontal lobe is gone from all the vaping
You
and
keep
poppers
saying that,
that
and
you
yet I
never
have
quit.
not been to an emergency room in years. And I have seen at least three, 2 to 3.
I have done drag in a sling twice in 2024. 2024 is coming for your girl Tony Soto,
And yet she's
and
still
here's
talking about it being me. And yet here you are. Your camera's falling down. Your shoulders, your shoulder bones are falling off.
but this is where it's kind of crazy. What do you do? What is it? What's the line?
Our pets' heads are falling
Our
off.
pets. No, I'm like, because this is kind of where it's kind of fucked up right now, Case. It's like things are going good, kind of. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I have money in the bank,
Mhm.
like I have people in my life, like things are going well. So of course they have to throw in some shit like let's batter his poor middle-aged body so he is in chronic pain until the day he dies.
Well, let me tell you this. So I don't know. I'm sure you've told the story to the internet countless times, but you were on an e-scooter and you hit
Oh yeah.
a man's hole,
Yeah.
and it launched him into the air. What a rough man's hole. And luckily, it could have been worse. It could have been on a street or a sidewalk that wasn't pedestrianized. And I want to say this.
That's true. That's true because Hollywood Boulevard, as of like just a month and a half ago, was a
Yeah.
much dangerous road.
And regardless, despite the changes, LA is not a pedestrian city. And so I don't want to, I'm not, I wish I didn't have a car and that I could Lime scooter to work every day. More carefully than you. Probably a little less stoned than you too. Am I right, everybody out there? Come on.
And it was the first time and it was the first time I had taken it to work. Like I take it from the Pantages every day home. And
Mhm.
it was it's a beautiful ride. I've been going around being like, it's a beautiful ride. Get on your bikes, it's a
All
beautiful
right.
ride. And then I decided, well, on Saturday, oh, it's a nice day. I only have a 3 hour shift. Let me just, I'm going to take my time getting to work. Like, I'm not going to have to rush out. Like, let me zoot up there on a lime. Let me zoot up there on a lime. And then that's where the manhole is. Bronson and Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, you were
Be
close.
careful. Yeah, literally. Be careful. It is in the middle. It's a unfinished manhole right in the middle of the bike lane, Los Angeles. And I contacted lawyers and I don't think they're going to do anything about it. That's the thing. I think that they're like, the city is so broke that this is just a moot point because ain't nobody returning my calls. And I took pictures.
You
I have
took a picture.
times. I went back to the scene of the crime and talked to business owners for their camera footage. Like,
Well, a part of me feels like you have to take, and I don't know, is this a conservative take on
do I
it?
have to lose a limb?
Well, I mean, like there must be some sort of like when you
Yeah, they're
have the
like, that
line. Hold
boat's
on, hold
not
on, hold on, hold on.
outside of your skin.
When you agree to a Lime scooter, I have a feeling you agree to like a you cannot hold us
But I'm not coming for
accountable.
Lime. That's
No,
not who
I
I'm
know,
coming
but
for. So
I
that's not the point. I'm coming for the city. Like, literally, you're putting that much tax dollars into completing Hollywood, and it looks great. It looks really good. But that one manhole you couldn't treat, like you couldn't make it. It's very strange.
well, I feel like the lawyers are like, I mean, another faggot complaining about falling into a manhole. I'm not sure we have the juice. I'm not sure we
Anyway,
have the bandwidth or the juice. And this guy's
enough
got
about
no
me.
shoulder to stand on.
But shout out to the community. Literally, people did rally around me, and I appreciate that. Like, it's always, it's always unexpected on how much I'm loved. All right, let's get
I
to
wanted to say for the first time in this podcast history, we completely agree.
let's well, let's soak that in
It's
because let's get
shocking
down to
to
the
me.
nitty
It's
gritty.
shocking to me how well you're loved. How
But
widely you're loved. Not true. Let me just say this before we move on, Tony. I'm thrilled you're okay. I was concerned.
oh, there you can see. You see, that's not the right shape.
Honestly, it's hard. Honestly, don't do things that make it the wrong shape, and you're making people want to lean in to see it be different. Now I see, actually. Now I see it. Just it looks like it hangs a little bit, a little down and to the left, much like a lot of other parts of your body. Just hang a little down to the left.
Shut up.
Can you get shoulder Botox to just lift it up a little bit?
I'm already Googling like how I can listen. I want it to bounce back. I'm icing it. Listen, I'm in my head about the way it looks. Trust me.
It doesn't look, honestly, you can't, you don't, I just want you to know that unless you're looking really close at it, and I can't even, you're beautiful, your collarbone is still intact. Your beautiful collarbone is still intact. Your face looks better than ever, Tony. Okay.
They kept being like, "Did you hit your head?" And I was like, "No," but apparently my glasses like cut my face, and they kept coming in, being like, oh, "Is your head?" And I kept freaking out, being like, "What the fuck is wrong with my face?"
Everyone kept asking me if you were okay, and I was like, he's making jokes, and he has been for hours. I'm pretty sure his head is fine.
I mean, look, I almost died in Mexico, and I was cracking jokes during that time too.
Well, that wasn't a head injury. That was internal.
That was the drugs too.
That was internal.
That helps.
Yeah, I mean, no manhole there. Just
so before we get to like the big news, I think that we should really talk about real quick about Sonia Massey, and at least say her name. Yet another person of color gunned down by a white cop who looks like a supremacist. Like the guy, he shot this woman in her face, point blank range, after having what looked like civil conversation. Yeah, it was one of those situations where it just turned so quickly. and he shot her and killed her. And
In her house?
in her house.
Yeah,
She had phoned the police because she thought that there was a prowler and her kids were asleep in the other room. And the cops came, and what seemed like very like cordial discussion turned immediately into the killer, like, I don't know, saying he was scared for his life from boiling water, that she's going to throw boiling water on him. And it just needs to be said that this is I think, the sixth police department that he has worked at in 4 years. The sixth in 4. That's crazy. And he was shuffled around not because he was pleasant and they were like, let's take his good work to other police departments.
Yeah. I mean, what I continue to not understand is I mean, so much of this story, but like a cop, I just don't understand in the realm of any just world of decency or anything of like law and justice, how a cop can be scared of boiling water. You have a gun and boiling water and you shoot her in the face. How is that an act of self-defense? How is that not an act of aggressive murder? Because in what world is it okay to fight water with guns? I mean, you're fearing for your life. I know. It's. I mean, it just lays bare how insane this is, and it's all on video too.
And see, and this is the thing too, and this is why I get so fucking frustrated. And you want me to fucking believe that Trump was shot in the ear with a gun? No, I won't. I won't ever fucking believe. Yeah, and listen, the FBI in the same instance is coming out being like, "Hey, we're not saying it's a bullet. Like, we haven't said it's a bullet. Like, it could have been shrapnel. It could have been glass from a fucking teleprompter that broke.
Yeah.
You know what?
It wasn't? Seen that.
It wasn't a fucking bullet. That is 100%. That fat fuck was not shot in the ear. And because you know, the Mythbusters, fucking, I think it was the Mythbusters, they did one of their little experiments where they lined up a fucking AR bullet to an ear with a MAGA hat on. And I'm going to tell you, the fucking shit that would be wrong with his face if he had got shot with a bullet, then you all would have a reason to make him your Jesus if he survived that. But his little fucking, I am parked on Brandon talking on me, like that on his fucking ear now at the rallies, he can suck a fucking full dick. It is attempted assassination on his life. All the fucking suck a big dick.
I'm enjoying that a lot. And I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. It doesn't make sense. It's the most rigged. You know me, Captain, try to avoid jumping into conspiracy theories, but this, it's so silly. And you are so right. If an AR fucking 15 bullet hits any part of your body, that part of your body gets ripped off.
We've watched kids. We've watched babies being pulled out of schools from AR guns.
But I don't like he when he fell, if at most what happens if he fell, he got a splinter from the poorly designed podium or stage. Yeah, we don't need to talk about it because we ranted about it last time, but I don't understand what is happening here. And this is like did Steve Bannon hire this little tiny piece of shit to get up there and fire a blank? And then I mean there's more to this story, and they're Joe Rogan and all the other conspiracy theorists are trying to make this about how it's an inside job on the Biden thing. This is 100% some sort of fucking MAGA spectacle meant to make Trump look like
in the MAGA movement. In the MAGA movement,
not hard.
Listen, they're full of them. You're all a bunch of beta incels anyway, who just sit there and jerk your dicks to your MAGA fucking mentality bullshit.
Can we also say, I mean, it's been, I know like more than just a week because we did the one on Sunday, but of a week and a half ago, the last time we recorded was about 10 days ago. A lot has happened.
Oh my God, buckle
a
up.
lot has
Buckle
happened.
up, listeners. Buckle up because it is gonna be a fucking interesting ride. Because let's get down to it. It's what we all wanted, and now everyone's like, what's happening? This is the most interesting
I don't
time
think it's
ever.
what happening.
Biden has dropped out officially. On his own terms, which I do not believe. I believe that they were around him as he's in COVID, in his fucking sick bed of COVID. And they're just like, you got to do it, Joe. You just got to
Well,
do
no
it.
one can make him do it except him, and I'm happy. I'm happy. He could have Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Dianne Feinstein that shit, and been fucking wheeled out and just
I don't know.
like
I've seen a lot
he
of
could have.
scandal.
He
I've seen
could
a
have.
lot of scandal. We don't know what goes on behind those closed doors and what kind of fucking things you have to agree
Yeah,
to be getting where you're going. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is no way there was not a huge pressure campaign.
of
That
course.
man went from being like, only God can tell me to get out.
And then God was
from
like, "Here's fucking COVID, bitch." I mean, honestly, I'm pay attention to the universe and the signs that she gives, because that was like he literally put out a statement that was like that he said, "Only God will get me out of here," and literally 4 hours later, it was like, "Bitch, you got COVID." So that is like,
yeah.
and to his credit, you don't always have to pay attention. The universe makes things very clear and gives you options. Okay. Joe.
But I
Okay.
think
Well,
that
hold
I
on.
think.
And
Oh, go ahead.
he picked the right. He didn't have to pick the right option. And this is where you got to give Joe Biden credit. Unlike a lot of other people, Trump wouldn't have given up. Okay. He did say, "I see the writing on the wall and I can't do it anymore." And that takes a lot. It takes a lot for a person to actually do that on this fucking stage. And so you just like, before just criticizing him, like, he made the right decision. You have to agree he made the right decision.
I think he made the right decision
Okay.
after
Yeah.
fully
Yeah.
being forced to do it. I don't
Yeah.
think he
But
wanted to do
he
it.
had to.
There's
But
no
he did
way he
it. But he
wanted
did
to
it.
do it.
But he did it.
So
But
the
he
thing
did it.
is it's like yeah, I think when you have a shit ton of fucking mean white faces beating you down. Here's the thing.
Hakeem
I
Jeffries was
saw a
there telling
video
him
of
no,
him.
too.
I saw a video of him in 2019 of him like running up to a fucking podium and like grabbing someone's hand and being like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you should just show him that and be like,
Yeah.
you are not that anymore. And here's the thing, like, you can, if you have, it's like restaurants that put powdered sugar on their pancakes. If you don't fucking trust the batter, then and you have to zhuzh it up with sugar, then your fucking pancake is crap.
Well,
If you have full confidence in your policies and what you've done, and I've said it, he's done good for the US. He's done very good for the US. I mean, we have infrastructure. Hollywood Boulevard. That's a prime look at that. That's infrastructure money being spent.
yep.
But if you're confident in that, then you should have no issue, because I agree with James Fritz or Alan, whoever said it, Alan Strickland Williams, in the comment section, when it was like, he should have done it the night that fucking Trump did his RNC speech. That's when he should have done it, because you know what? It would have derailed Trump, and it would have and because their campaign is already in chaos now, because they spent all their money planning to fight against an old fucking man and not Kamala Harris. So it would have been a beautiful thing, and it would have been a great fuck you. And I think that would have rallied Democrats even more.
Two things. One, pretty sure I said that in the comment section. One, two.
I don't think so. Was it you? Okay, well, it was you then. Well, either one. It was someone.
And I'll say this. I disagree for this reason. One, all anyone was doing was talking about how Trump was inevitable until that fucking speech he gave. And that speech was a nightmare of a fucking speech, and it went on for an hour and a half. So if anyone was tuning in to see Trump unite the country, like he said he was about to do, it was utterly disastrous.
Well, no one,
and it actually,
that. Anyone who believed
but he did it. You know, he like, you're supposed to get a bump coming out of your convention. They released JD Vance, all that stuff. And actually, this news is all anyone has been talking. I just think it was time. It was time fine. I honestly, I went from the last time we did the show, I was the most pessimistic I've been in years.
We just can never be fierce, is all I'm saying. Democrats can never be fierce.
But it's not about being fierce.
It truly is. It really is.
But it didn't stop.
Don't sit here and tell me
the thing is, like, it doesn't matter. It had the same effect.
You can't sit here.
It had the same effect.
I mean, it had an effect. I don't think it was the same. But what I'm saying is, like, do not think that Donald Trump not only has changed the face of conservative politics, but the whole politics game in general. And at this point, like, Democrats have to start acting like Republicans. Like we can keep our fucking, they can keep their fucking platform, but they got to stop because like this is the thing that's annoying me so fucking much is like, oh, ever since fucking Trump got a little fucking splinter on his ear, everyone's like, oh, Democrats need to calm down the rhetoric. I'm so tired of that because it's like we never do. Yeah. We never do fire up the rhetoric. I think if fucking if Democrats were, because you know they're all the fucking comedy writers, they're all the fucking creative people. I feel like we could be really, 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 really smartly fucking shady and fierce, and play a little fucking Republican dirty too.
You know me, I'm all for calling people names, and I have been since the minute Trump stepped onto the fucking stage. But I mean, I just don't think I just don't think there's any. I think whether it happened this way or this way, you had to give Joe Biden the room to do it. You had to do it the way he had to do it, the way he has to do it. That speech he gave last night, actually finally like telling the country that he resigned, was more proof that he had to fucking back out of this campaign because he looks old. He can't finish a sentence without sounding shaky. He's clearly got COVID. They slathered him in fucking mortuary makeup, and it was just time. It's just time. And all like the polls now, like Trump at Vance have no one has said a word about them in public since this news happened that Joe is not continuing with the campaign, and all you hear about is Kamala. And honestly, like it's a new reset. People are energized in a way they weren't. Is she the number one pick? Not for me, but is she the pick that I'm happy to be running with because she can speak in sentences and say the words that Trump is a criminal and a rapist and a grifter. She can say those words coherently, and I'm for it. That's all I need. Honestly, in this day and age, that's all I need. I hate to say it.
I mean, look, y'all seem real energized, and that's great. I mean, like, look, it's going to make for an interesting next couple of months. I don't know if Iowa and all the states that actually do choose
we don't need elections.
Iowa. I don't know if the ones that actually do choose elections. We'll see because they didn't vote for Hillary, so we'll see if it's like maybe it's like they didn't want a white female devil.
Well, I think so. I think in North Carolina, you know, the last Democrat to win it was, of course, and the first in a long time was Barack Obama, and it had to do with the energized black voter base there. And I do hope that a black woman will energize the black population to vote and not for Trump. You know, I just think like the Trump, like as it was getting closer to inevitable all of a sudden that Trump was going to fucking win. Like, I think people really started to realize what that meant again and what that felt like again. And that made people feel real fucking scared. And so all of a sudden people are excited to have an option that is not Trump, that is legitimate, and then can talk in full sentences, because that is a very important part for running for president. You need to be able to talk in full sentences.
I mean, sure. I mean, Reagan wasn't towards the end, so
I know, and I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing.
It's like,
look, you can do it. You can do it.
I am excited to see what happens, because here's the thing: Trump's ego will not allow him to be diplomatic with a woman of color.
No,
like it won't happen. Like no. I was doing brunch, and I was like on Sunday, and I was like, there's no way he doesn't say the N-word on live TV. You know what I mean? like it's like he or a hot mic situation. Like after a debate, he's gonna walk off stage with a hot mic and say something real fucking bad. And you know what? That'll probably get him more votes.
Unfortunately, I don't disagree with you on the Republican. The base will be energized with that. Unfortunately, also Hulk Hogan is their new messenger, and he has a history of using the N-word as well.
So I mean, what a really sad. I mean, RNC's never good. Like,
disgusting
because no one. But like, if you know, Kid Rock was grateful to have a gig.
Disgusting.
You know, another thing, Netanyahu. The Prime Minister is not real, came and addressed a joint Congress. That's right. And AOC tweeted and said, yeah, they put seat fillers in there because a lot of there was a lot of people who boycotted and did not show up. I did not watch his entire speech because I was like, the last time I had to watch someone live was Trump's debate with fucking Biden.
Yeah.
And the every clip I saw, it's just like the same fucking propaganda rhetoric of woe is us, oh poor Israel, we are the enemies, give us money, give us bombs, let us bomb them faster and harder, and all the fucking and then you have that one Palestinian representative, the Wallow, I don't know her name off the top of my head, Rashida, thank you, holding up war criminal for genocide, the one surrounded by just people standing up and applauding for it. It was so fucking like Star Wars Emperor moment. It was very weird. It was weird. It was a weird moment in American history.
Yeah, I mean, this is why, again, I think it is important to remember that there is a worse party in this country for war and the Palestinian cause, and that is the Republican side. Like, you know, I know, hold on, and this is good. Honestly, without Joe Biden at the top of the Democrats, things will look a lot different for Israel. For sure. They 100% will.
For Israel? Oh yeah,
Israel.
They probably have higher walls and shit. I don't know how it look more different for Israel. Like Israel,
because I mean, all of the hold on. Am I allowed to?
Hold on me. I'm just saying he's meeting with everybody. So don't.
The Republican Party is the one that invited him to speak in Congress. Okay,
yeah,
that was Mike Johnson who did that, and it was all for fucking show, and it's all for fucking politics, and it's inviting a war criminal to speak in front of Congress in some sort of sympathetic way, and a lot of the staffers who quit the Biden administration over the policies in Gaza are speaking very highly of Kamala Harris. And they're saying they're excited about what she's about to stand for. So Tony, just give it a little bit of time.
We'll see.
That's true. You're saying that's not.
You know what? I love. You don't know. I'm just saying. I love how comfortable that we can sit here and be like, just give it time. When they are suffering 9 months of PTSD of being bombed.
Of course.
Of course. That's all I'm saying. And no, this is the thing. I'm tired of the of course, of yes.
I'm not saying of course. I'm not forcing you to shut you up.
No, this is not an argument here. I'm just saying everyone is very quick to be like, oh, of course, my heart bleeds for them. But we have to give it time. And look, we have no control over what is going to happen in Gaza. They are going to continue to be bombed. Israel is going to continue to encroach and try to make it to the West Bank. They're going to try to militarize it again, and we are going to sit here and we are going to fund it, no matter what president it is, no matter how much the full over 50% of the country is against what's happening over there. So it doesn't matter. So I will not sit here and be fucking like, oh yeah, I'm thinking positive things are going to happen, because it doesn't. So let's just be revitalized and re-energized about this new face that is going to continue.
The world is super fucked up, and
to do imperialistic things across this planet. But I'm gonna say it: they do good politics for the country. So
that's I mean, Tony,
I'm voting for Cornel West.
I'm happy that you're voting for Cornel West, and I'm happy that you will continue to speak your mind and do and say what you want in a country that you're allowed to do that.
For fuck's sake,
it's true. I mean, it's true. I mean,
come to the end of the podcast today. You have 43 seconds,
and I'm happy to use my 43 seconds.
43 seconds.
Let me use my 43 seconds.
36.
To say that the world is fucked up and the world is falling apart, and yet we have to live in it. And I would rather live in it with under a leader who is doing what they can to try to make it better for as many people as possible, and try to lead the world in a way that looks for change and bringing the less destruction around everywhere. Because yes, the environment is falling apart. Tony, how dare you? Okay. No, that just fucking pisses me off because you're happy to
No,
run 5 minutes. You're happy
we
to
know
run
we
5
know
minutes
how you're gonna
long.
finish it. We know
No,
how you're gonna
because the
finish
thing is
it.
that you just can't just get to rant and then tell me to fucking the show is over and
No,
annoys the
then
fuck out of
finish
me
it.
because
But
your
I'm
arm is.
just saying it's not anything that you haven't said before.
No, but the thing is, it's
So
not anything you haven't said before either, okay? And so it's fucking redundant as fuck. There was a lot of other things on the list, man. Okay, and it always
of
fucking
what
comes
list?
back to it. Your fucking little list that you had on your fucking your note card.
Yeah, Vance is out. We've come to the end of the show. That's all. Look, I know. I listen. I'm saying
Yeah.
that nothing is going to change, and you're sitting here saying for me to be like, oh, things are going to change. It's not. So stop. So
It
just
will
stop. So just stop.
get
You're wrong.
worse.
You're
There's
wrong.
changing for
You're
the
wrong.
worse, and
Until
then there's
we start feeling
moving.
bombs on our land, and
yeah,
until we are
yeah.
fucking scared, you're wrong. All right. So just
Yeah.
your fucking new world bullshit is so fucking played
My
out
new
and
world.
wrong.
What
It
new
never
world
happens.
bullshit am I
It never
saying?
happens. It
I'm
never
saying I
happens.
want someone to try to continue to make the world a
And
better
it won't
place, which is a very
happen.
hard thing to do.
Yeah, all
okay.
right. Well,
yeah,
okay.
Tony, put yourself into context of the world instead of just the tiny little TikTok context that you get, because the
See, and
context
this is
of the
what's
world
so
is that it's
annoying
super
about
fucked
you
up.
too, because
Is that
you
it's
immediately
super fucked
minimize.
up.
You immediately
I
minimize.
do, because you
my
minimize
way of
everything I
thinking down
say.
to a social media presence, and you like I don't fucking look at other fucking contexts, and you're so fucking annoying, and you're so fucking played out on your fucking bullshit propaganda.
Well, learn the names of the people.
You're literally that
defend
person. You're literally that person who's like, oh, fucking you rally whenever blue, no matter who. And you know what? Nothing gets changed worldwide, and that's the thing. As
I'm
long
not
as
blue
you're
no matter who,
comfortable,
babes.
as long as you're comfortable, you're fine. As long as you're
No,
comfortable,
babes.
as long as
No
your
way.
life is good.
That's not
you're
true,
fine.
babes.
And
That's not true, babes. That's not true,
all right.
babes.
Then
That's
prove it.
not true, babes.
We've come to the end of the show.
Hi, everybody.
Casey, why
Nice
don't
to
you tell
see you.
people where they can find you on social media?
You can find me on
or if
social
you
media,
have anything.
KCLEY on Instagram. It's the only social media I use because I try not to be propagandized by every other platform. And you can see me there. I don't have another show right now because I got a busy ass August, but I will see you on a stage one of these days soon. Feel free to like me, even Venmo me or Venmo Tony. He has a broken wing right now, and she needs it because she's got to keep that Oxycontin coming. You know what I mean? All right, bye everyone. What Tony?
This
No, what's yours
Friday
happening?
is the last 33 taps for RuPaul's Drag Race All Star season. Who cares? So come out for the second part of the finale. Also, come out. Oh my God. On the 29th to Precinct for another Box Stars hosted by Max Meatball and myself. Follow me at Tony Soto Productions for all the things I do in drag, and to follow all the propaganda. Follow me on the Tony Soto Show on TikTok and Instagram. Until, well, next week, we'll be back. We promise. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, we're back at it.
We're back.